Welcome to the kitchen where all our food's a conversation. You came to the right place. Get ready for a taste. Please come on into my classroom. We'll cook food and soon you'll pass through. It's great that you're past the door. Now what are you waiting for? Let's prep for a plethora of meals. You'll surely want to taste of it. So delicious and so surreal. Let's eat to our heart's content. So many dishes, so much time. I'll try yours and you can try mine.
Konbanwa, Jay Kabinov here. Tonight on our Record of Ragnarok series, we will be covering the Norse God of Thunder, Thor. So what will we do for Thor? Well, I view him as a very masculine character, so meat and potatoes with a Jack Daniel's glaze it is. So let's kick off this round with the strongest Norse god, Thor. So what we're going to do is we're going to make like a potato casserole. I just had this sitting in water so that it would not oxidize. But we are going to go ahead and put this in some olive oil and season it with salt and pepper. I've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. We'll just go ahead and put the rest of these in there. More seasoning and some more oil too, why not? Alright, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to make a layer of potato, put a little bit of panko in there, give it some texture, and I've got some cheddar cheese, and at the very end we'll put some heavy cream in there. So we'll just go ahead and keep making layers. Alright, now we'll finish this off with some heavy cream. Now I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil and place this in the oven for an hour. Alright, so what we're going to do for a sauce for our protein is we're going to make a Jack Daniel's glaze. I got some garlic in here just sort of lightly roasting. I chose Jack Daniel's because Thor, I feel, is a very masculine character. I think of Jack Daniel's as a masculine drink. It's also why I chose potatoes, because, meat and potatoes. So, anyway, let's go ahead and add this in. And as always, recipes will be at the very end of the video. Got some teriyaki sauce. We're also, can't forget the Jack Daniel's. Got a tablespoon of that. Let's do 2 tablespoons, why not? We are representing a god here. A couple of squirts of lemon juice. Now, next we're going to need some brown sugar. For the brown sugar, this should help thicken it up. Now I'll just go ahead and mix it all together. Alright, we're going to bring this to a boil and let it sit, and then that way we will, and then it should bring it to a glazed consistency. So for our protein, I've got this lamb steak here. Now originally I wanted to do a tomahawk steak to represent Thor's hammer Mjolnir, but unfortunately not only is it expensive, but the nearest grocery store that carries it is about an hour away. Then I also wanted to use a lamb chop, like a rack of lamb, also to sort of represent Mjolnir, but since I don't have access to either of that, and I wanted to show you all a substitute, we got a lamb steak. But rest assured, it is worthy. So this was already seasoned. I've got got some garlic in here and some oil. So we're just gonna go ahead and place this in the pan. The rosemary, I'm actually gonna use that as a garnish. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of sanitize it by just letting it sit in this really hot pan. So it is worthy of a garnish. And then we will set that aside. And I'm gonna do about 10 minutes on each side of the steak and go from there. So what I'm gonna do for a vegetable, I boiled some broccoli for just a little bit, just cooked it. And now we're going to use the drippings from the lamb and the oil from the lamb and cook it up. Alright, everything is ready to go. We just pulled this out of the oven, so I'm going to let it sit there for just a minute to cool down. Your glaze is going to thicken as it cools, so it should be like a syrup consistency. I mean, it's a little runnier than a syrup consistency, but not by much. I mean, it'll thicken as it cools. So let's go ahead and place it over our lamb. This came out really good, by the way. Definitely one I will make again in the future. Alright, now let's go ahead and take our potato casserole. Try to get it on there as best we can. And there you have it. Thor's Jack Daniel's glazed lamb steak.